Okay, whenever you're ready.
Good morning, everyone. This is Joe Richards. I'm the Human Resources Director for the City of Las Cruces. I want to thank everyone for being here today. We do have an agenda, I think, that was distributed out to everyone. I hope you have that available to you. What I'd like to do is start out with some introductions, if everyone doesn't mind. So if we can go around and introduce ourselves to the group. Mr. Holt, I'll start with you.
Good morning, Matt Holt. I'm an attorney here in town. I've handled a number of personnel matters in the past, which is, I guess, the connection I have to this group, and look forward to working with all of you.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Flinchbaugh, I hope I didn't butcher that too bad.
No, it's perfect. Carol Flinchbaugh. I'm an associate professor of management at NMSU and teach HR classes.
Great to meet you. Thank you for being here. And Mr. Nolan. Mr. Nolan, I think you're muted.
Hey, everybody, this is Patrick Nolan here on the labor side, I believe.
Nice to meet you. And then Christine.
Hi, everyone. I'm Christine Rivera. I'm the city clerk, and you've probably received emails from me. So nice to meet you.
Okay, with that, we'll go ahead and get started with the agenda that we have here. Can I get a motion to accept the agenda?
So moved.
And I believe that was Mr. Holt.
Second.
Okay, thank you. Now I guess, Christine, we go to the action items.
We need to do like all those in favor of accepting the agenda.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. All those in favor of accepting the agenda, please say aye.
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 Okay.
Hi.
Is that good? We got it, Christine? Okay.
Sure did.
She's here to keep me in line, folks, so. So with that, I guess we'll go to the action items. Part of the reason why we're here today is to review and accept the rules for the board. I hope you all had a chance to review those. Are there any questions or discussion around those?
We should probably get a motion and a second before discussion.
A motion to review?
Mhm.
Can I get a motion to review these documents?
So moved.
That was
Second.
Mr. Holt.
Second.
Second, thank you.
Okay, now you guys can discuss them.
Have these rules been in place before with prior boards?
I will, I may need to defer to Christine a little bit on this. I'm not as familiar and don't have all the history regarding the board. But I believe these are standard rules that have been used with other municipalities and other organizations that have been distributed by the state. Do you have any background or more history on these, Christine?
This is Christine. We used whatever the state statutes were, which was also adopted into our ordinance. So these are just to reflect the new changes that were recently made, which we'll discuss following.
Any other questions, discussion?
Move the adoption of these as our rules.
Is there a second?
Second.
So the rules have been moved and seconded. Can I get a vote? All those in favor?
Aye.
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 So the rules have been approved. From here, we'll go to the ordinance changes. There were several different changes proposed to the ordinance from the state. And we provided a marked up version of those, so hopefully you've had an opportunity to see those. Can I get a motion to review and discuss?
You don't have to get a motion, Joe.
Oh, okay, thank you.
It's not an action item, so you're good.
All right. So any discussion around those questions?
I noticed that the whole section on the negotiation appears to be deleted on this one, and I don't know if I'm in the right spot, but is that the case? So on the page, well, it's Exhibit A, J.
Which section is that?
So there's no page on it, so it's just the one that's Exhibit A with the changes. I see what you're saying about the section. Hold on one second. Let me just scroll down through here.
Carol, are you looking at in PDF?
I am, yeah.
Up at the top, it should say blank of page 63.
No, mine's just I think I downloaded the packet form. So it's in section
Okay.
15.4, scope of bargaining, 15.14.
1514?
Yeah,
I get there.
and J.
Okay, I'm with you now.
Do you see it?
So it's page 25 of 63.
So it just appears that the entire negotiation process has been removed. And I didn't see any other changes to where that would have been added in a different section.
This is Joe. I believe that was added there, not struck through.
Maybe I need to
It does look like
download.
it's been struck through.
It does or doesn't?
It does.
Yeah, I mean, that's what mine is. I don't know if I need to download a different.
And I've got it in Word format, so that may be why I'm seeing it differently.
This is Christine. If you click on the packet that I sent them, yeah, that whole section was struck out.
So to be sure, what we're looking at is the ordinance as it currently exists.
Yes, this is the ordinance that was recently adopted by City Council on February 16th. It was reviewed by the state, sent back to us, and these are all the corrections that they sent to us to make to it. And it was approved by the state recently, so this is the most accurate one.
Do you know
It
why
was-
subsection J was struck?
And it was approved with the changes, these.
Yes.
Yes.
essentially the city had to adopt this in order to retain our local labor board. I apologize for the background noise.
It's all good. It's a different world these days, isn't it?
So this is Christine. The way it's written was the template that we were given from the state. And so we had to write it exactly as they had it. So that's why that section was struck out.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense because number 1, right above there, it says meetings for the discussion of bargaining strategy preliminary to collective bargaining negotiations. Unless they're changing the language to just the collective bargaining sessions.
It appears that this is Joe. It appears that language was already included there.
Kind of seems like a big part of the union process.
So I take it this is really informational for us. We don't have any say-so in what goes in the ordinance because it's when we have a city council, I guess. Is that correct?
This is Joe for the record. Yes, sir. Essentially, you know, again, in order to retain our local labor board, the state came and said, this is the ordinance as it reads, and you have to approve it to retain that right. So that's where we stand right now.
Okay.
Yeah, this is Christine. We didn't really have an option as to what wording we could put in there. They just gave it to us and said, adopt it. So just to back up what Joe said.
Carol, according to the introductory memo, that these changes are ordered to conform with House Bill 364, which I've never read, but be fun to take a look at.
Well, and the above statements say they can still have negotiations. I guess maybe they're just not putting parameters on the negotiations.
Yeah, I
'Cause
think you're right.
I1 has it in there that there's, so, okay.
I'm wondering if it has to do, Joe, with the fact that because it's a closed meeting and we don't really disclose what's done in the closed meeting, if that's why they took out that section.
It could be. This is Joe. I apologize. Yes. And there were a number of other items that were changed too with regard to information that we're compelled to release to the union regarding membership. There's some different sections regarding positions and what positions are represented and changes that you can or can't make to those positions regardless of market conditions. So there were several items that were changed, and some history that, at least that I understand, is that the unions had been working on this for quite some time before it went to the legislature. And there wasn't a whole lot of time for response from any public agencies.
It looks like they don't provide a definition for negotiations anywhere either, so maybe they were just trying to remove something that might have muddied the process.
And this is Joe. Are there other sections that you want to, anything in particular you want to discuss?
Not for me.
Mm-mm. I'm good.
Christine?
If no one has any further questions or discussion, then we can adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
There's been a
Carolyn and I
motion.
belong to a large organization. We're used to making motions to adjourn.
Those are my favorite. Oh, so all those in favor say aye.
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 Awesome.
Aye.
Great. Thanks, everyone.
Sure thing.
Thank you, everyone. It was nice
Take
to meet
care.
you all.
Nice meeting everyone.
All right.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.